Hello children, this is Seema Singh, your SSC teacher. I hope you all are doing well. We're going to continue with chapter 2, the earliest societies and history. Okay, now this period of human history is called as prehistory, and it is different as a period human development when human could not read or write. Okay, and then how do they study about? So this period we learn about this period from study of fossils, stone tools, caves, paintings. Okay, now how was the life of these early humans? So the life of these humans of different, okay, and they were described as a hunter gatherers because they did not grow food, okay, and they were totally dependent on nature for their survival. So they moved from place to place and they wandered from place to place. They searched for food for animals. Okay, so if they one of animals of available in that particular area, then they moved on to another area. So the early humans wandered from place to place in search of animals for the food that eat for the skin that they needed. Okay, so that is why they had never permanent place to live, and they used to usually live on trees top or caves, and they used to eat the fruits that they found around in the plant and the trees that the during the different season, but they were not growing food. Okay, now since they lived and hunting and gathering, they had to keep moving according to the change in the seasons. So that this is the another characteristics of the about their life. Okay, and they also had to keep moving because they needed water, so they keep changing their location in the search of water, because as you know, in the summer season many are water sources dry up, so then accordingly the people also had to have the same trouble, and they keep moving place to place. When they had finished using the resources of an area, and then have to look for new places. Okay, so this is how the early human life lived. Sorry. Okay, now we need to see the changes of human evolution that took place is during this period. Humans did not change immediately. Okay, it was a gradually process. So from the earliest time, still about 12,000 BCE, The early humans used stone making tools and weapons. So, this period is known as the Stone Age. Now, depending on what tools they used, these period is are changed are divided into three phases of. So, which is the first phases Paleolithic or Old Stone Age. You can see at one there the first phases of Stone Age were the Paleolithic or the Old Stone Age. The next phases is between 10,000 BCE to 8,000 BCE, the Mesolithic or the Middle Stone Age. And finally between 8,000 BCE to 4,000 BCE, we have the Neolithic or New Stone Age. Okay, let's look at the phases of Stone Age. Once again, between 500,000 BCE to 10,000 BCE, we have the Paleolithic Age or Old Stone Age. 10,000 BC to 8,000 BCE, you have the Mesolithic or Middle Stone Age. And finally, between 8,000 BCE to 4,000 BCE, you have the Neolithic or New Stone Age. Okay, these were the phases of Stone Age. The Stone Age was a period during which stone was the most widely used material from making tools and weapons. Based on the types of tools used, the Stone Age can be divided into three periods, and these are the Paleolithic Age or the Old Stone Age, Mesologic Age or Middle Stone Age, and Neolithic Age or the New Stone Age. The Paleolithic Age was the longest part of the Stone Age. It can be further divided into three parts: lower, middle and upper. The first phases of the Stone Age is known as the Paleolithic Period, okay, or the Old Stone Age. The Paleolithic period began around 500,000 BCE and came to an end around 10,000 BCE. Paleolithic men lived in caves and rock shelters. He was a nomad who wandered from place to place in search of food. He did not know how to produce food. He survived by hunting wild animals and birds, fishing and gathering wild plants, berries, nuts, roots, etc. Hence, he is called hunter-gatherers. Paleolithic men realized the advantage of living in groups. It enabled him to hunt large animals and to share food which was scarce and declared easily. It also provided security against natural dangers. Groups were not very large. There were no inequality, nor were there any family ties with the group. Finished and unfinished Paleolithic with art effect have been found several sites where raw materials making such artifacts are also found in plenty. These probably factory sites where artifacts were made on a large scale, and some sites ash and animal remains have been found along with artifact. This suggests that people worked and also lived at this site. These were habitation cum factory sites. Paleolithic tools were usually made by chipping stones. Stone tools were two kinds, core tools and flake tools. Remain of ash, some Paleolithic sites led to the conclusion that fire was known to Paleolithic men. Paleolithic remains were found were many places like Deccan, Kurnool, Hongsai, Karnataka, etc. Now, second age is Mesologic Age. Mesolithic Age, also called the Middle Stone Age, brought about a change in the lifestyle of Paleolithic period. During this period, the climate of the world was getting warmer, and this led to the increase in the variety of plants and animals. Hunting and gathering in food became easier. And humans several rate in increase. Mesolithic people learned to hunt in groups and to finish. They also learned to domesticate animals. Dog was the first animal to be domesticated. Later, they started domesticating sheep, goat, and cattle. Gradually, they became herders and farmers. They started growing crops like barley and wheat. Men's main occupation remained hunting and gathering food, but tools improved gradually. Stone tools were now made for microlithic tiny chips of stone blades. They were then stuck on the handle and bones or wood to make saws, axes, harpoons, and fish hook. Fishing became popular and fish became an important food item. The bow and arrow were invented during the Mesolithic era. Most of them lived in rock shelters and caves. They moved seasonally following animals' movement and plants' changes. In many places, settled communities were found. Near coastal and in river valleys, houses were varied from round to rectangular and were built on wooden posts around a central hearth. In India, Mesolithic remains have in Mysore and part of western and central India. Mesolithic people painted pebbles, stone, beads, shells and teeth, and small sculptures carved from stone and clay. Have also seen found red and white were the main colors, which were made from rock and natural available materials. The paintings tell us about the various activities of the Mesolithic people. The first clay pottery was used as the food storage. Many Mesolithic burials have been excavated in central India. They believed that the dead needed food in the next life and thus buried the dead with macrolith animals, bones, jewelries, and food. The Mesolithic age, which lasted from 10,000 to 8,000 BCE and transformed from hunter-gatherers to a farmer. So let us now move to the next topic, Neolithic Age. The Neolithic Age is the third and final stage of the Stone Age, and this period lasted from 8,000 BC till about 4,000 BC. The Neolithic period witnessed the beginning of the cultivation of crops and the domestication of animals. Early humans in Neolithic periods now settled in one place rather than moving from one place to another. The tools of the Neolithic period were polished and refined. Okay. Early humans had started cultivation, their requirement for tools changed. Now they used microlith blades in addition to tools made of polished stone and bones. So, Mehergarh in Baluchistan, Pakistan, present in Pakistan, is an important Neolithic settlement. Okay, now the top chapter is finished now. Thank you.